Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. I'm trying not to be on here too long because I'm a little under the weather, but I had to get me a piece of this. We watched in real time one of these a-holes that love to say the word woke get broken real time. It was beautiful. I ain't gonna hold you, ladies and gentlemen. I got a little tickle in my cockles when I saw it. I was like this. Oh yes. Oh yes. Man, let me tell y'all something. Oh, that's what y'all get. Now, white people, you know, the unbathers, the non-bathers, non-bathers, ones that don't let water touch them unless they're doing a stupid stunt. They love bringing up the word woke now. And this is like the third time in history they've done it. They did it first in the 70s during the Black Power movement. Didn't work. Then they waited. And then the late 80s, early 90s, when Black empowerment got a resurgence, they tried it again. And now here we are in the 2020s, and they're trying it again. And it'll fail like the first two times. But before we start, let's give a little back history on Miss Briahna Joy Gray. Let's give a little back history. Tabernacle. All right, we're on her Wikipedia page. Now, she is in our generation. She's Generation Y. And it says she was born August 15th, 1985. She's an American political commentator, lawyer, and political consultant who served as the national press secretary for the Bernie Sanders 2020 presidential campaign. She is a contributing editor for Current Affairs and was a senior politics editor for The Intercept. She hosts her own podcast, Bad Faith, and co-hosts the Hill web series Rising. So she's a liberal, ladies and gentlemen. She's on the blue side. She was initially raised in North Carolina. She spent time in Saudi Arabia and Kenya while her parents taught in international schools in those countries. February 2001, while driving in Nairobi, Gray's father sustained fatal injuries in a car accident involving an American diplomat. Gray earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from Harvard University and Juris Doctor from Harvard Law School. And she was a corporate litigator in New York. She joined The Intercept in 2018, written columns for Rolling Stone, Current Affairs, The Guardian, New York Magazine. She supported Bernie Sanders' 2016 presidential campaign and joined his 2022 campaign as his national press secretary. I wonder how she wrote Simone Sanders saving him that one day. I wonder how she wrote that. Gray has stated she voted for Jill Stein in the 2016 presidential election. In 2020, Gray was included in Fortune magazine's 40 Under 40 listing under the governments and politics category. In April 13, 2020, after Bernie Sanders dropped out of the 2020 Democratic presidential primary, Gray stated on Twitter that she did not endorse the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee, Joe Biden. In response, Bernie Sanders distanced himself from her, saying that, quote, "She's my former press secretary, not on the payroll." Since Sanders' 2020 Democratic primary campaign ended, Gray returned to her role as a contributing editor at Current Affairs, in addition to co-hosting the Bad Faith podcast with former Chapo Trap House co-host Virgil Texas. So that's her history. A little bit, Torin, a little bit. Lois Hub, good morning. And DSA1, good morning. All right. Let's get into it because y'all don't want to hear me talk. Y'all want to see the clip. Let's show them the clip. Lord have mercy, this clip. I should have got her a better clap, but we're going to use this. All right, here's the clip. Here is the clip. We got the clip. That is an ugly white woman. I don't care what nobody tell me. She looking like a meh. She looking like a meh. Now I understand what people were saying about these transmissions out here. You can't tell. She look like one of them transmissions. I ain't gonna hold you. She looking like a transmission. All right, here we go. Strap in, folks. This is gonna be fun.
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, when we talk about traditional,
what does that mean to you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is
yes, you went viral. I get it. You think you were going to be one of those people that just get to say we're woke and nobody was going to challenge you on it. Yes, but go ahead.
Something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Bullshit. No, ma'am, it's not hard to define in 15 seconds. Just say what it is. Woke means black. You sound like that South African in Lethal Weapon 2 when Danny Glover walked in to the embassy trying to get a flight to South Africa to help his brothers and sisters against apartheid. And the guy said, but you're black. You should have just said black. It is okay. That's what woke means. That is your guys' way of denouncing our views. And number one, most African Americans are not liberal, ma'am. I don't know who needs to tell you this. We are not liberal. Okay. I know. I get it. You guys would love for that to happen so you can continue your bullshit. Get it. Nothing to do this. No. Again, you look like a transformer. I'm just saying. You gotta love them, right? You just gotta love white people. Gotta love white people. We're gonna play that again. I want to hear her get broken. This was like Bane breaking Batman's back. It was so great. I play it again.
Americans consider themselves.
And by the way, it's 10.5 million views. So yes, ma'am, you went viral. But we're going to show you the backlash.
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, when we talk about traditional,
what does that mean to you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Bullshit.
Yeah, look at time.
Americans consider themselves.
Right. You couldn't explain it in 15 seconds because you did not think somebody was going to challenge you on it, man. Let's just tell the truth. Let's tell the truth here. You were shocked that she said, what does that mean? Because You figured that her being black, she would just accept it. Oh, 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 you forgot she was a lawyer. Lawyer will ask you that type of question. Yes. Come here, Bethany. Your parents must be proud. He must be proud. Your father did not pick up the phone. Your husband is like that Tennessee cop who was cucking. He must feel like a cuck. How dare you, man? How dare you? Don't you just love it, family, when white people want to talk for us and try to explain who we are? Never been around us, but they want to talk for us. I love it. I love it. Like Colin Kaepernick's parents, they love to talk for us. Try to think, okay, we're whites. We gave you a great life. You shouldn't talk about us. I am white because I say so, and I'm wearing glasses, and I look like a transformer. You need to listen to me because as a possible transformer, I know what is in your best interest, black person. No, that does not work. We're not doing this. Not today. Not today. Yes, that's right. That is what I saw when I saw her on the screen, a transformer. Fun times. Fun times. But like I said, folks, Miss Bethany got mad. Miss Bethany got mad because she went viral. And when she went viral, she did what all people that are white and feel embarrassed by black people do. They go to Fox News. They go to Fox News. Yes, they do. So we're going to read her article from Fox News.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
That's right. We are on Fox News. Conservative mom who struggled to define woke says interviewer demeaned parents on hot mic. Quote, I was rattled. Really? So that's your excuse.
Consider themselves to be woke. And so
that's your excuse, ma'am. You couldn't define woke. So you're going to say Briahna Joy Gray disrespected your parents. This is what we're going to do. Okay, let's read. Briahna Joy Gray, quote, was talking on camera a few seconds before on a hot mic. Author Bethany Mandel said a viral interview moment. Here we go. The conservative author who went viral this week for her halting response on defining the term woke told Fox News Digital her questioner made a disparaging remark about parents on a hot mic before the interview began, effectively throwing off her game. Okay, you see this lie they're trying to push now? You see this? Ma'am, I saw the whole interview. Yes, I did. Guess what? You were firmly in control during the entire interview. Yes, you were talking fast, but you were in control. We're not going to do this. If she demeaned your parents before this interview started, hey, you probably wouldn't have done the interview. Or you would have been more of a contrarian. You would have been more pissed off. You and her would have been arguing. That would have went viral. Oh, no, no, no. She let you talk. Oh, she let you talk. But here you go, trying to do damage control with Fox News. And yeah, now you're trying to cover your ass. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Not here. In an appearance Tuesday on the Hill's web series Rising to promote her new book, Stolen Youth, Bethany Mandel had difficulty responding to a question from co-host Briahna Joy Gray in a clip that racked up millions of views online and jubilant commentary from media progressives. Would you mind defining woke? Gray asked. It's come up a couple of times. I just want to make sure we're on the right page. We're on the same page. So I mean, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral, Mandel said, as she paused and looks for the right words. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we spent an entire chapter defining it. By your standard, you don't even know what woke is. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain the 50-second soundbite. Man, you should have just recited what you wrote in the book. That would have been a lot easier for you. Recite what you said in the book. I don't think she would have minded if you grabbed your book and just read that chapter. I don't think she would have minded. Just saying. But I love how Fox News put conservative mom. You gotta get the pitchforks out. You gotta get them out. Addressing the clip that happened in the middle of her 12-minute interview on Wednesday, Mandel called it, quote, a viral brain fart. And blamed it in part on what she described as Gray's hot mic remarks demeaning parents before the interview. Right. Asked to elaborate on her accusation, Mandel told Fox News Digital she didn't have a recording. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. But that Gray, right after Mandel logged on for the remote interview, said something along the lines, I effing hate parents, and thought they were narcissists who just wanted small versions of themselves. Mandel, who just had her sixth child, said she took it as a direct shot. Almost couldn't believe what she heard. Okay, all right, we finna do it like this.
Get that water. He about to get this work. He about to get this work.
Hey, dumbass. Bethany Mandel, dumbass. You came into an interview. You were logged into an interview. You don't know what that woman said beforehand. You don't know that. She could have been talking to anybody. Somebody could have showed her a video or a post where some parent was wilding out and she said, I effing hate parents. You have no context of why she said that. But one more again, you went into Karen mode and internalized it. No, we're not doing that. Getting really tired of these fake ass inspired white women. I'm really starting to get tired of it.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Now, the Transformer clip could be because I said she looked like a transmission, but it could also mean that, as I've said on my platform many a time, white conservatives and white liberals can switch based on the issue at hand. They will love you for one issue and then hate you for another issue. And they'll switch positions. So that's why I also put in the Transformer clip. She added Gray's co-host Robbie Soave, the libertarian senior editor of Reason, replied to Gray, quote, there are some good ones and some bad ones. Lord. Okay. There are some good ones and some bad ones to Gray, and then moved on before starting the interview. Gray's a left-wing former national press secretary for Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign who has been critical of corporate media and mainstream Democrats. Here's her tweet, ladies and gentlemen. Just before we went on air, Briahna Joy Gray was on a hot mic. I heard her demeaning parents in general in colorful and nasty terms, stating parents only have kids in order to perpetuate their own narcissism. Robbie responded, there are some good ones and some bad ones. Again, we don't know what the hell they were talking about when you entered the room. All right, whatever. You're white, so you say so. Got it. She recalled feeling this has a real possibility of getting really nasty and really personal, which has happened to me a lot over the course of my career. Ma'am, I don't know. I've never heard of you until you went viral. I'm sorry. And so I logged in thinking this woman is about to come at me very personally, and I have to be really careful because one day my kids are going to see this and I don't want them to be hurt by whatever she says or whatever I say. Well, you went viral, so yeah, your kid's going to have to answer that. And so I have to be very careful. And so I was already very anxious when the call started. You could tell, my goodness, if you watch the whole video, I am anxious from the get-go. But you stayed on for 12 minutes and you were quite talkative. But okay. Gray and Soav didn't respond to requests for comment. Mandel noted as she froze up over the question that it was going to go viral. Indeed, a host of progressive sites and writers picked up the remarks, including the Daily Beast, the Washington Post, Philip Bump, HuffPost, and the New York Daily News. She was also mocked on Twitter by liberal media figures like NBC's Ben Collins and 1619 Project founder Nicole Hannah-Jones. Liberals also derided Mandel's explanation on Wednesday. Former Andrew Cuomo aide Lindsey Boylan tweeted, quote, I've only been treated with respect as a mother by Briahna. And here are the tweets. Lindsey Boylan, I find it problematic. Excuse me. No, sorry. I find it problematic that Bethany feels like she is owed the space for her own backstory on this interview, and her entire grift is about denying this country its true backstory. And for what it's worth, I've only been treated with respect as a mother by Briahna. Far left writer Jamel Hill, God. Praised Gray's question, saying it was why she, quote, tells journalism students that open-ended questions are better than questions that sound tough. Man, please, you can't even keep your journalism career going. You know what? Whatever. I'm not even going to. Briahna Joy Gray was very respectful to her. Yeah, she was. I saw the entire interview. She was very, very respectful. So Vanguard, hello. Black Bitcoin, good morning. Yeah, she don't know what she wrote. She couldn't cite what she wrote. Take the L, you'll be better for it. As Black Bitcoin said, yes, take your L, you'll be better for it. You learn more through a loss than a win. When conservatives first hijacked woke, every journalist should have asked them to define it because these meltdowns would have happened a lot, Hill wrote. Whatever. The Daily Show correspondent Roy Wood Jr. also made light of the clip in a sketch from the show's Twitter account. In the video, he pretended to be disarming a bomb where the password to disarm it was the definition of the word woke, and Mandel couldn't help him. Let's see.
Okay. I got into the bomb's main access panel. It says the password to disarm the bomb is the definition of the word woke. Okay. Get me on the phone with one of those conservatives that uses the word all the time. Pat Shanahan. Okay, hey, listen. I need you to define the term woke. Let's go.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that...
Come on, just give me the definition so I can punch it in. Hit me. Come on, what do I need to do?
This is going to be one of those moments that goes viral.
Yeah,
I mean,
woke
is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression.
Reimagining and redo. Didn't work. Hit me again.
Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
You know what? I'm gonna just do it myself. Fuck it. This takes forever. Woke is stopping hierarchies of oppression.
And there it is. And there it is. Mama said she's trying to make BJG come at her, and she asked a basic question about their usage of our slang. That's why she couldn't define it. Or to be honest, is their dog whistle for black? Yes, she is black. Woke is black. There needs to be a TV show called that. Woke is black. Maybe I'll write it. That might be cool. Woke is black. Yes.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Yep. So glad we are not letting her live it down. She is going to be forever. Uncle Murder will put this in the song at the end of the year. Mandel acknowledged she was, quote, rattled by what she said, Gray remarked before the interview. She's still trying to push this. It was very deer in the headlights, Mandel said. I couldn't see the next 24 hours. Oh, God. Oh, God. You couldn't see for 24 hours, yet you have glasses on. Why do they do this? Ma'am, take your L. It's okay. It's okay. Your 6 kids will benefit from this. Your mom was wrong. And instead of learning and being a better person, you're going to blame the black person. So you almost started creating 6 races. But okay. I could see the next 24 hours, and I saw it at that moment, and I was right. Like, she was ish talking on camera a few seconds before on a hot mic, and I was rattled. I compared it to someone shining a light in your eyes right before you're about to shoot a free throw. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, there you go. She told Fox News it's all about black. So you could define what woke is, being black, using this woman as your avatar. You're referencing free throws now. Free throws. Free throws. I hate her. I do. She has to go on the list of people I hate. I hate her. I hate her. Doesn't this display completely void her book then? White folks already bought it. I hate her. I literally hate this woman. This is literally the Republican base. You had the nerve to use the term free throws. Shoot a free throw, bitch. If you don't go sit down somewhere and go be a mother. You know what? I'm being unprofessional, ladies and gentlemen. Let me calm down a little bit. I'm being unprofessional here. Donkey of the day. Fuck that. She gets donkey of the month. Fuck that. She surpassed all those coons yesterday at St. Patrick's Day. It just goes to show people believe anything. I hate this woman. I do hate her. How dare you, ma'am? Let me finish this article because I'm gonna say something wrong. Let me do that. I'll go back. I compared it to someone shining a light in your eyes right before you're about to shoot a free throw and you just choke. And that's exactly what I did. I hate this woman. She called the moment humanizing, adding she hopes the dust up doesn't distract from the book's success, knowing that it reached 20 on the Amazon nonfiction bestseller list. 20. All right. You didn't get New York Times, though. That's what they usually give a book success. They usually judge a book's success by, but okay. I hope having 6 kids makes me realize there are worse things in the world. And I feel like I let my co-author down because this is what people are talking about. And I don't want that to be the conversation because our book today, Amazon just released that we're in the top 20, she said. Wait, what? I hope having 6 kids makes me realize there are worse things in the world. What the fuck are you talking about? I hope having 6 kids makes me realize there are worse things in the world. So having kids is, man. Let me. Stolen Youth: How Radicals Are Erasing Innocence and Indoctrinating the Generation was written by Mandel and New York Post columnist Carol Markowitz. It provides what it calls a, quote, urgent deep dive into issues surrounding the current woke indoctrination happening in politics, education, medicine, mental health, entertainment, and culture, how parents can go on the offense to protect our kids. She says she should have been able to articulate a better answer to Gray's question. Quote, in that moment, I was human and I screwed up, she said, but I need to explain that, and I think people are owed that explanation. If I'm going to be taken seriously as someone who has written a best-selling book on the subject, which I have, we don't take you serious, man. Again, I've never heard of you until this clip. I don't know who you are. Mandel said so-called wokeness is reimagining the world for children in a way that puts a sharp focus on equity and race while also redefining gender. Don't put that bullshit on us. There's a lot of academic definitions of woke that are constantly changing, and I don't think they're super pertinent to our audience. I think the reality and what's important is that this is a radical reorganization of our society that is detrimental and disorienting for children, she said. You know it when you see it, she added. You know, when we see young men competing in women's swimming competitions, this is wokeness personified. No, that is called white people being degenerate. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Because you're not seeing black people doing this. They had that case up in Connecticut with them black kids, them black boys as girls beating them track teams. Where they at now? We curbed that shit real quick. You don't see this no more. Every time you see a transmission somewhere in somebody's sport, who is it? That's right, white. We don't play this shit. I don't need who needs to tell you, Bethany. Such a white name, Bethany. That's y'all degenerates. But that's okay. You couldn't see. You choked on the free throw. Boy, we not done. Briahna responded. Oh, she did. Oh, she did. Yes, she did. Here we go. Let's see. Can we expand this? Yes, we can. She responded. Okay. That is an ugly white woman. Lord have mercy. She looks like Morticia from the Addams Family uglier sister. Why are white people so ugly? Why are they always looking so ugly? Why she look like she just woke up from the sarcophagus to do this interview? But I do like her mic. I do. She has that sure jump off. I do like that. I do like that. God, dog. Man. But let's see what Briahna said.
I have what might be a hot take on the word woke. Hear me out. There is no one definition of wokeness. And the conversation that's emerged about whether there is a single definition of wokeness sort of misses the point. Now, of course, I'm alluding to our now viral rising interview with author Bethany Mandel, who co-authored a book about a war the left is allegedly waging on American children. In case you haven't seen the interview, which now has a Washington Post write-up, 2 Daily Beast write-ups, and a Huffington Post write-up, which has been viewed over 7 million times on Twitter. In her interview, Mandel used the term woke repeatedly to describe the nature of this war on children. So in an effort to better understand her specific grievance, I asked her how she defined the word. Here's the now viral clip.
Consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, you know, when we
what
talk
does that
about
mean
traditional
to you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, I mean, woke is
fair use.
Sort of the idea that This is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Right.
Now, I want to be really clear. I did not intend for this to be a gotcha moment. I asked her to define woke because I wanted to know in good faith. And that's because I know that many people take that word to mean many different things. And I wanted to figure out whether I might agree with her on certain points, as I had done earlier in the interview. Alternatively, I wanted to be able to articulate why we differed on other aspects of her argument without devolving into the typical shouting matches that go, woke is bad, no, woke is good. Oh no, you just don't know what woke really means. Say what you want about me, but I don't exactly have a reputation of being a woke scold. I spent a good part of my career as a leftist journalist critiquing what I believe to be certain overreaches of the left that, in my view, undermine important substantive fights for racial, gender, and economic equality. My very first 2 viral articles as a journalist were critiques.
Okay. I want to go back a little bit.
Of weaponized.
I want to go back a little bit.
Clear.
I want to go back to her clip again. That clip is legendary. This is a legendary clip. Briahna Joy Gray, you are so pretty. You're so pretty. Well, you love the fact that you went viral over this. Come on, let's tell the truth here, pretty lady. You love this. This is good. This is good. We're gonna play the transmissions thing again because this clip is so great. We're gonna play it again. Play it again. What happened? What the hell just happened? Oh, that's crazy. That just broke. The screen broke. It does not want me to play it. It broke. Oh my God, it broke. Go back. Oh God. Where is it? Here it is. It broke.
Briahna, what's on your radar?
Well, Fatia, I have what might be a hot take on the word.
You know, when we
what
talk
does that
about
mean
traditional
to you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it.
Right.
It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second sound.
All them damn books you got behind you, you can't define woke. Right. Right. You didn't think. You see. Let me explain something to you, white people. This is why you use coons to sell your talking points to us. If nothing else you get out of this, family, this is exactly why white folks do not come to talk to the soil. This is exactly the main reason, because they sit here and think they can define who and what we are and what our terms mean. And then they have moments like this when they're talking to black folks. She thought, this Bethany individual, she thought that this Briahna Joy Gray was one of them dumb liberals who would just listen to her define the term and then get into a shouting match with her so she can look like the baby face. And all she did was say, okay, I'm going to turn it around on you. I want you to define this. She couldn't do it. That's why they send the coons to try to talk to us, because they think the coons can talk like us, but we see who they are. And they try it, and we run them off the block. because you're not finna come around us and try to spit white people talk to us. We're not with that. You can stay over there with them and have no engagement. You're not going to use engagement to come off of us. Not happening. So there you go. So Vanguard said, for real, she loves it. This question needs to be asked all conservative pundits. Boy, stop. Imagine somebody asking old Cucker Carlson this question. Lord have mercy. He'd friggin' lose it. Yes, hierarchy of oppression, because apparently black folks are oppressing people. We're oppressing everyone. Curly girl, good morning. I bet that DeSantis don't know what it means either. He don't, because he's taking books out of school, so he don't read. So there you go. Surprised he ain't going after the libraries. Or is he? Come on, Bethany. You know better than this, ma'am. You know better than this. No, it is not a white supremacist slip. No, it's not. This is called the true definition of white supremacy. We're just going to listen to everybody else talk about something. We're just going to regurgitate. We don't do no research. This is why I get at the black conservatives the way I do. They do no research. They just listen to white folks talk and just put a little bit of sass on it and think they into something. No. This is why every time when them coons come around us and they start talking like this, we shut them down badly. And then they go into meltdown mode. They can't handle it. They block you. Go on Twitter one time. Every time one of them conservatives show up on a thread talking about either reparations or what black folks are doing, try to appeal to a white audience, they kiss their ass so much until we get wind of it, and then we ask them to talk about what their subject matter is and let them explain it. They can't explain it. They go straight to what? Stats. They love pulling up the FBI DOJ stats. Love bringing up Pew Research stats. Like that's an indicator of what black people are doing out here in the world. This is why I know they're deconnected from society. They don't touch grass. They hang around white and non-black folks so much, they have this distorted view of black society. But then they want to look like us. They want to talk like us because they want to seem cool. No. And we've seen it happen. That Xavier Pope, that idiot, when he started talking about reparations and he got roasted, do you see that man coming around anymore? Hell no. He knows better now. He got taught. This Caledon Free asshole. Remember, he jumped off the sideline and said, put me in, coach. I'm checking in. I'm going to talk about reparations. Got 3 days of engagement. Guess what now? He done got off that bandwagon now, didn't he? Went and did a space, and the pussy didn't even record it, but okay. The fool went in there, and from what I saw in the thread, he was having a mini meltdown up in there. Oh, yes, he was getting checked. Matter of fact, family, would you like to learn something? He actually got checked by a conservative because he said he's a conservative. He got checked by one of his own, and he started muting motherfuckers. Now you go on this thing, he go right back to talking about Trump because he's a DeSantis lover. See how quick that happens? Hey, Bethany and all your white people, that's how we regulate. But according to y'all, that's being woke, right? Hierarchy of oppression. Yeah. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. I told y'all we can end all this. We can end all this. Keep playing with us. I told y'all this year, next year, y'all keep playing with us. We gonna show you something. We gonna show you something. All right, let's see. Hey, Bethany, let's see something. I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. Ooh, Bethany. Bethany. Would you like to explain this tweet? Would you like to explain this way back in 2014? Would you like to explain this? You may want to retrain your Indian Service Center employees on customer service. Alamo cares because damn, even the supervisor was ridiculous. Oh, so you're making fun of people, and this is a thread. Unlike B of A help, Bank of America help, I was able to speak to a representative, an Indian man pretending to be named Sean with Citibank. Ooh, Bethany, you didn't delete none of these tweets. I demanded Alamo Cares Indian reps transfer me to local folks here in HNL. And guess what? The outrageous amount became less than $2. Ooh, you may be a racist. I like it. 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 Show me your overt racism. Torian Rain said, and another way to corner them is you ask them to define what woke really means. If they give the actual real meaning, you then follow up, is that how you have defined it thus far? Oh, hey, we should do that. That would actually be interesting if you guys could do that during the FBA Expo when it's over. Ask white people in Dallas what woke means. That'd be cool. Black Bitcoin Key said her on the fly definition sounds like their definition of will create levels of oppression. Of course. They don't like it when black people get up. They do not. Blueberry Muffin, good morning. All problems are solved with questions and answers. Quadmon said, so proud of FBA's B1s for staying on the mayo and tether bumpers all day or day. And I know BJG is consuming new black media too. Oh yeah, you know she listening. Let's see what else Bethany said. What other racist tweets you got out there? Let's see. What else? Tip. Incorporating just a little fruit pectin into your ice blended coffee will keep it homogenized and prevent it from separating. Why would I want to put fruit in my coffee? Ew. But all right. She said, it's like you're speaking Chinese. Lord. Go ahead. Hey, China Mac, you piece of ish. How about you go after this white woman for what she just said? Since you want to spend all your time going after Charleston White. Go after this white woman. Matter of fact, I'm fixing to help you, you piece of ish. I'm going to help you, sir. You punk mother. China Mac. Hey, go after this white woman. Let me see if you got enough balls since you want to talk like a New Yorker. New Yorkers don't run from nobody. Go talk to her. Sit in that chair in that fake ass looking studio you got. Go ahead and say something about her. Let me see if you got enough balls to go take on white supremacy for real, for real. And she conservative. Go ahead. I know you're an honorary white supremacist, but go ahead. Check Massa one time. Please. I want to see if you got enough nuts. Since you ain't want to say nothing about Akai Gurley and Peter Liang, let me see if you have enough nuts to go after this white woman. She's on the ropes right now. She's an easy target, sir. Let's see what else she wrote. I'll make the president of Mexico a deal. If we overturn Arizona immigration law, he can pay for all the citizens in prison and on welfare. There it is. Keep going, ma'am. You got more. There are no good Republicans. This is what she said. If you're Muslim, it's okay to kill gays, but if you're Carrie Prejean, it's not okay to say marriage is between man and woman. Logic. I don't know what the fuck that means. She's just talking now. In the time I've waited at the DMV, I could have learned Spanish and taken an exam in Spanish. You hear this? You hear this? I don't care about the first black president or the first Hispanic SCOTUS. I just want qualified people, please. Ooh. Go ahead. Keep talking. The NAACP harms Black America more than imaginary Tea Party racism does. Now, that's actually the first one I actually agree with her on. Biden's hair plug, Sue Lindsay. I don't care who is giving me blood if I need a transfusion. Ooh, 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 ma'am, you know better than that. You don't say this word. Oh, Tori, I told you. I tell them all the time. I love information. Let me go. I'm not afraid to go down these rabbit holes. I'm really not. Hey, ma'am, would you like to explain why you use the F word here? Not once, but twice. Would you like to explain why you use the F word here? You use the F word. You do not use the F word against them. You don't do that.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
You don't do that. You do not use the F word against them. Hey, what was the name of that punk ass trans account that tried it that one day? I forget their name. They're irrelevant. Anyway, hey, where's the LGBT on this? Where is it? Matter of fact, let's see. I go to do the Lord's work right now. Let's see. LGBT. Who's the top LGBT organization? Let's there you go. LGBTQ Nation. I need y'all to talk about this here. I need y'all to talk about this tweet here. You let her get away with this. She's viral. Usually when someone goes viral, you guys go all through their stuff. Why are you not going through her stuff? Why are you not going through her stuff? The one time the algorithm got it right. Twitter thinks I should convert to the God hates F word again. Probably a step down. She did it again. She's not even blacking out the word. She's just typing it out. Considering marriage rates in the Black community, why is BT promoting a movie called Why Did I Get Married? Hey. Come on. You know, if that was a Negro that would have had that viral brain fart, they would have had all this stuff ready to go. They trying to protect the white woman with 6 kids. Gotta love it.
Gonna equal up to this real shit.
Fuck that nigga talking about.
Get some. The media says Tom Hanks' son can't use the N-word even though he says he feels Black. The same media calls Bruce Jenner Caitlyn. Okay. Shaba Hanks, he's not Black. He knows better. He's doing that. He's trying to get Black chicks on his side. He wants Black women to be his guard dogs. We're not going to do this. Okay? Because we know damn well that man would never say the N-word out in public around Black folks. Because we know what would happen. Chet Hanks will become Chet Hanks. We beat all the Black out of him. He will go through the Miley Cyrus treatment. He will be a good Christian, God-fearing man after that. Don't play with us. More. Hearing my son screaming agony in his car seat for over an hour for what would have been a 5-minute trip has soured me on Black Lives Matter. What the hell are you talking about? Huh? Oh, so you got caught in a protest? Okay. So why are you blaming Black Lives Matter? Because you didn't use your GPS to find an alternate route. I need this answered. Bethany, I need this answered. So the white man come in talking about some Seriously, you're inconvenienced for an hour and you're willing to dismiss systematic oppression. Bethany said, my son was choking on his own vomit for an hour. Trapping me in traffic didn't do anything about oppression. Uh-huh. Why would you mention Black Lives Matter, man? Interesting. A super yummy 4-year-old makes me want to kidnap an Asian baby. This nigga. Hey, China Mac. China Mac. Sir, why are you not addressing these tweets, sir? Sir, she went viral. You worried about black man? I just tagged you in this one as well. Come on, sir. Why y'all not getting a Bethany? I know y'all like to date their women, and their women like to date her men, but come on now, sir. That's 2 now. Hey, George Lopez, since you're so worried about trans people being real people, hey, she said something about Spanish people. Why you ain't addressing this? Come on, cabron. Why you not addressing that? But when it comes to black people, y'all got a lot to say. Let's see. Always on offense. Another Asian figured it out that way. Clearly, Asians are less smart and diluted form. Lord. China Mac. China Mac. Come on, sir. China Mac. Y'all got all this talk. Hey, Orion, is Charlie Chiang on Twitter? Is he on there? I don't think he is. Hey, Charlie Chiang. You jag off. Why? Hey, Ian Miles Chong. You piece of crap. Why? Where? Oh, he dismantled his thing. No, he didn't. He couldn't have. Andy, no. You cocksucker. You. Hey. She's talking about Asian people. Hey, why aren't y'all not saying anything? You don't know. All right, say less. Hey, come on. Where are you Asians at? Why y'all not saying nothing about this? That's 3 tweets now. 3. She didn't went for your next. Come on now. Let me go back. Really? You like this picture? Come, Lord. It's so they make it so easy. Hey, you public figure idiots. Why is it when y'all get a little bit hot, y'all forget to delete your tweet history? It's not that hard. There's apps for this. They could delete your tweet history. It's really not that hard. Y'all forget to delete your tweet history. Y'all make it too easy. There's more. I loved and respected my mother very, very deeply, which is why I don't feel comfortable at the time putting my name on this when I wrote it, but I did, and it's a lot of why I'm pro-life. My mother aborted my siblings, and that hurts me deeply. Okay, whatever. Instead of filing a type, i.e. woman, Asian, Hispanic, etc., why not just nominate someone to the Supreme Court that is most qualified? Novel idea. Gabriel Malor. All of my wealthy friends from Mexico are U.S. citizens because their parents did this. She just keeps talking. VC Cohen, Gabriel Mayo. I lived in Belgium right after 9/11. I can assure you there's plenty of angry Arabs there. Hey, Vivek. Hey, Vivek, she's part of your people. Vivek, she's on your side. You're conservative. You want to make sure Trump does not get the nomination, right? Hey, Vivek, hey, this might boost you up because nobody cares about what you're doing right now. This might help you. Call out this tweet, sir. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's get to the show. Here we go. I watched my mom die. I took her off life support before we knew if she would survive because I had the choice to do it then. So you didn't even consult with the doctor. You just did it. How much money did she have in the trust? That's what we know. That's what we want to know. All right. You could call me a grandma killer. I am not sacrificing my home food on the table. All of our docs and dentists, every form of pleasure, museums, zoos, restaurants, all my kids' teachers in order to make other people comfortable. If you want to stay locked down, do. I'm not. At least you got balls with that. All right. Let's see. When my son screams enough, he chokes on his own vomit. So thanks for that, Black Lives Matter. We need to close the border. Hezbollah's Mexican connection. All right. Who doesn't love making their newly widowed grandmother cry? What the hell are... Whoa. Now we're getting dark. Now we're in dark territory. The threat of intermarriage and the reform movement to the Jewish people. Ooh, hey, Jonathan Greenblatt, you joke. Hey, Greenblatt, you joke, you. Hey, why aren't you addressing this tweet, sir? Why didn't you address this tweet? Because I know you'd be searching for anti-Jewish tweets all day. Why didn't you address that? I'm going to help you, even though I hate your guts. There you go. Address that. Remember Christopher Cooper, the man who was birdwatching in New York in 2020 when a woman called the police on him to say he was threatening her? Viral video showed otherwise. Well, he'll be hosting a 2023 National Geographic birdwatching show called Extraordinary Birder. The man who threatened a woman and her dog and then taped her response to paint her as a racist, and she lost her dog when the animal shelter she adopted it from took it back. Ooh, so you're one of them. Hey. Let's go. Y'all can hold that. I can't even read these things anymore. How sick of being called racist is everyone else? Because I can't even. Well, you're kind of racist. Israeli protesters call Obama a racist. Add to long list of reasons to make Aliyah. I don't know what that means. When will the left realize that calling someone a typical white woman is as racist as calling someone a typical black woman? Don't get a pixie haircut. You'll look like an angry, fat 40-year-old lesbian. There you go. Hey, LGBT Central. There you go. She talked about the Transformers.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
She talked about the Transformers. There you go. That's a nice thread. That is a nice thread. Yeah. Oh boy. These white folk. These white folk. Stay taking L's. Stay taking L's. All right, family. I think we had enough fun at her expense. Another loser, Karen, who got owned by a black woman. She can't handle it because, that's not supposed to happen in society. You're not supposed to get owned by a white woman. I'm sorry, a black woman. You're not supposed to do that as a white woman. She's supposed to fall in line because of my feminism. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get out of here and go back and rest. But that was fun. So I'm trying fun. You know what? Before we go, I want to hear it one more time. I got to hear the viral exchange one more again. I got to hear it. Wait, who blocked you? Ooh, Nilo Z. Ooh, that lady whistleblower. Yeah, that chick. Yeah, she a little wild. She's I thought she was cool, and then she started caping for Joe Biden. Yeah. Nah, we not finna do that. We not about to start caping for Biden because his people are allegedly putting down legislation. We not finna do that because you know what? I'm sorry, folks, but this chick got on my radar this morning. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of digging. She might be subject for video because some of the shit she was saying the last few days kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But okay. But I need to hear that viral exchange one more time before I get up out of here. I got to hear it. I got to hear it. We got to play this again. Where is it? Oh, we got to play it again. We got to play it again. Here we go. God, that's an ugly white woman. Woo! She favors her father. I can see it. She favors her father.
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, when we talk about traditional,
would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that, this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Yeah, look, it's time.
Americans consider themselves
that hard, ma'am. It was not that hard. You should just recited the book. But okay. You bam, you got two of them books behind you. You could have just grabbed one. All right, whatever. You weren't prepared then. We'll give you a mulligan. You weren't prepared. You weren't prepared. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here and go do this research on this lady whistleblower. Y'all take care, stay safe. You know, Torian's got some videos coming up later. Check those out. I feel like I'm about to pass out, but all right, I'm out of here. She broke one of them, ladies and gentlemen. She broke one of them. All right, take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when agitators of peace come to mess up your existence.